Warning, this video is for comedy purposes only, and as such, should not be taken too seriously.
Demo, 負けないけどね。先生の命をいただくのはこの俺だよ。
Aw, bless them. But it is still murder they're talking so lightheartedly about, so it's kind of hard.
なんかカラスマ先生に原因があるように思えてきたぞ。
でしょでしょ?
Now, back in season 1, I made a mention that I was sure that her breasticle region was slowly growing in size as each episode passed on by. It was originally just intended as a joke, however I did start to notice an increase towards the end. However, now that season 2 has begun, I'm seeing this, and I'm thinking, not only is it f***ing awesome, but I was right, and they have grown mysteriously larger in size. So I guess it's a sin? Right? Don't worry, I'll take one off somewhere else down the line to account for it. That moment when you fall asleep instead of greeting people like your job dictates. Jesus, where on earth is he that there's that much f***ing mist both outside and inside the room? It's like he's at a 420 party or something.
千葉くん、早見さん?
Being able to tell that someone is feeling glum or down from the backs of their heads.
コツだよ。ナイフ切る感覚と結構近いぞ。こんなもんかな。
Yeah, even though it's not real and all, I feel I have to send that, because it still made me a little bit angry inside to see all the fish all piled up like that in the bag. Something you guys who are fairly new to the channel should know is that I'm a huge animal nut, like I love all animals on this earth, and so things like that just piss me off.
じわりじわりと視点を増やしてる。みんなが稼いで早じまいした店のスペースに入り込んで。
At this point in time, are we still being led to believe that his existence is supposed to be a huge national secret to everyone except the class and a few chosen others?
ああ、すでに準備は工程で。
では皆さん、校庭へ。
まったく、中学生はぶっ飛んだ計画を考えつく。
Why don't you hold off on calling it crazy until you know exactly what role the eggs are going to play in the assassination? Could be something completely normal and non-crazy.
このフォルムで卵って、まさか。さあ、今からみんなで巨大プリンを作りたいと思います。
Alright, now you can go ahead and call it crazy, I guess. Suppose I gotta remove a Sid now as well, don't I?
この巨大な型に入れる大量の溶き卵は、マヨネーズ工場の休止ラインを借り、すでに完成しています。
Alright, I guess now is the time I put on my anime sins cap and say the following sins out loud. Number 1, who built the bloody thing? No one? Alright then. Number 2, who transported this particular piece of equipment to the island in the first place? Classic sinful mistake. Okay, so I guess it sounded like I had more than 2, but I don't for now, so yeah. 2 sins.
大きすぎて、自分の重みで潰れちゃうって。
That's what she said.
味は途中で変化する方が絶対美味しいよね。ふむ、なるほど。縮小モデルで強度実験するんですね。
Jesus, how many books is this anime telling us it takes to study up enough to make a single giant pudding?
本館は泥棒なんて見なかった。行け。
わはありがとう。
カラスボさん、聞こえるか。どうして牢屋から犯人が脱走するんだ。こっちのセリフだ、ザル警官。
I have just got to say that like the last 2 minutes straight have been nothing but fun and full of laughter. It's been a joy to watch them turn the teacher into a more comedic character than during the first season. For me anyway. For all of the laughs, I'll happily remove an easy sin here.
コロ先生、お前が俺より弱い。
How many times is this kid going to get beaten before he just attacks? You know, without feeling the need to try and insult him with a fact that's clearly not true.
当てるよりまずは囲うが安し。君たちの戦法を使わせてもらったよ。シロ、これ全部てめえの計画か。
No.
待ちなさい。あなた、それでも保護者ですか。
This scene just kind of looked like he had Kolo-sensei's voice for a moment, which looked really confusing and also really funny to me. It's just the way his gasping from the pain made his lips almost sync perfectly to what the teacher was saying. Yes? What? Did you have something to say, young man? Because it seems like all you actually said was his name. Did you mean to perhaps say, wow, I can't believe he's going crazy, or something like that? Then actually fucking say it next time.
こちら最初の現場です。現在、クヌギヶ丘市内で連続発生している携帯電話ショップ襲撃事件。警察はテロの可能性も示唆しておりますが。
Terrorists who hate cell phones? That's quite a leap in logic.
これはまさしく。
あいつの仕業だな。
How do you know? It's not like there's really clear tentacle-like damage seen all over the place. I mean, yeah, it is him, but my point is that they don't really know that given the information at the time.
それでも担任です。どんな時でも自分の生徒から手を離さない。先生は先生になるとき、そう誓ったんです。
Unless, of course, they don't manage to kill you by the deadline, and then you'll straight up murder them, their friends and families, and, well, everyone. Nice vow, dude.
俺らをかばって回避反応が遅れたんだ。
そんな。
白野郎、とことん駒にしてくれやがって。
Did he, though? To be fair, the students coming along didn't seem to be something that he needed in order to make his plan work. All it ended up doing was slowing Kora-sensei down and making him get more injured than he normally would have been from that attack. However, they can't be considered pawns because they could just as easily have not come along in the first place.
だが確かに私の計画には根本的な見直しが必要なのは認めよう。
Exhale and then inhale cliche.
悪くない。おっしゃ！必殺高速ブレーキだ！
Alright, now that was straight up fucking genius writing and absolutely hilarious. It'd be a crying shame if I didn't remove a sin for that. Seriously.
親の工場なんざ、そん時の賞金で買い戻しゃ済むだろうが。そしたら親も戻ってくら。
His parents just left him though. It'd be kind of weird to come back after he saved the family business and then be like, hey, let's be a family again. Didn't think they'd actually say that as an end motive for him. Very quick CGI.
皆さんにコードネームの候補を書いてもらい、その中から先生が引いたもので呼び合ってみましょう。
Well, this soon went and turned into a way to waste half an episode, didn't it? I don't think they'd ever really need code names for each other, given what they're doing right now is just simply trying to kill one target. This same one target is going to be the one pulling out names for everyone and thus making it pointless to use them around him to plan the end assassination regardless.
2人、包囲の間を抜かれてどうする？特に女たらしクソ野郎！銃は常に撃てる高さに持っておけ！
くそ、逃がすか！
Like I'd let you escape. He says while standing there and letting him escape.
では一つ、君のために指導をしてあげよう。頂点に立つ者、リーダーの適性についてだ。
Not really much to do with the anime, I know, but I just wanted to say this. This principal has insanely bad lighting in his office, and this could lead to strained eyes later on in life. So, yeah, best get that shit checked out and grab a couple of desk lamps or something. Be sure to let me know you guys are watching this video in good lighting by leaving a like, and always remember, I love you.
リーダーの適性。それがなければ、私の上に立てやしないよ、浅野くん。
Aww, those two are so close.
誘い出そうというわけか。甘いな。
オフェンスチーム、プラン F。
Roger.
No. I love it when they try to speak English, and don't get me wrong, I'm not taking the piss or anything, I just genuinely find the sound of it very funny. But I'm just as sure if a Japanese person heard me saying the word barker like I used to in my earlier videos that they'd cringe so hard they'd turn inside out. So I guess it's kind of fair.
Roger.
Oh, also, I'm giving another quick sin here because the big blonde-haired dude who just said Roger in a really funny accent is supposed to be f***ing American. You'd think they'd have found a guy who can say the word Roger without an incredibly obvious accent. It's not like it's a big role to fill, it's only a single word.
Why don't you fight instead of defending like a bunch of turtles? But you don't even understand me, do you?
It's alright, man.
Okay, so here he's talking absolutely normally, and it sounds very good, so I'll remove a sin here cancelling out my previous sin.
二言はないだろうな。例の件は黙ってるって。
僕は嘘をつかない。 君たちと違って姑息な手段は使わないからだ。
So no one is going to mention the use of the foreign students he so clearly used in order to abuse the rules and get the outcome from the match he was looking for? It kind of annoys me sometimes in these kinds of anime that the good guys win and then they just take a verbal beatdown from someone who is clearly being a hypocrite and no one ever thinks to just point that out. I mean, I'm exaggerating, it doesn't happen all the time, but it just kind of bugs me when it does. Okay guys, so I just wanted to say this quickly before I begin episode 6. So far I have absolutely adored this second season. I must say the first season, probably like the first 12 episodes at least, I felt nothing for the story or any of the characters, but that slowly began to change towards the end of the season. But this second one has been funny as hell. I mean truly genuinely laugh out loud funny, which is just awesome to see. So I can't take away too many sins, as I know some people will get annoyed, but in spirit, no, I'm taking a few away. But in reality, I'll remove an easy one here. She says, whilst also partaking in parkour at the exact same time.
先生、ごめん。
I'm sorry, I like the guy, but personally I think I'd be saying a big fuck you. In the end of the day, none of these students asked to be in the position they're in, and they're being forced to physically train themselves to kill this monster and save the Earth. A guy got slightly injured during the course of this training by a complete accident. It doesn't make them worthy of punishment in my eyes. I think it'd be more realistic if at least a few would have made the above known, that they never wanted to be doing what they're doing.
弱い者の立場に立って考えることを忘れてしまった。それでは、本校舎の生徒と変わりありません。
叩かれると痛くて悔しいのに、返せる言葉が一つもない。
You could say, what the f*** are you talking about, Octopus Monster Man? The one and only mistake they made was not looking down before taking that final jump. That wasn't failing to take someone weaker than them into consideration. That was failing to look before leaping. I'm sorry, but out of all the stuff Kora-sensei has said before now, this is by far the most BS.
今日からテストまでちょうど2週間。クラス全員のテスト勉強を禁止します。
Ruining an expensive textbook that for some reason he was carrying around with him, rather than just saying he was forbidding them from studying for the exams. Also, I think at this point in time it should probably be mentioned that isn't it a bad idea for him to be hanging around outside the front of a hospital in broad daylight when he could easily be seen? Finally, for a hospital it is super quiet, which really is not the case during a weekday in like every hospital on Earth. The fact that not one person has walked up to the door, or in fairness it could be the rear of the hospital, is crazy in either case.
ここだけの秘密の勉強を教えてあげる。
What? I love you? Okay, that'd be kind of sweet and it's probably what she wants to say, but still finish a sentence and don't get all caught up in the fad, which is saying someone's name instead of talking normally.
崩れそうな母屋ごと新しい柱で補強しました。
This is absolutely lovely. But I can't help but wonder why the f*** they haven't done the same thing for their own crumbling and decrepit building they've been learning in over the past 8 months or however long it's been. Silly kids.
次はみんなも容赦しない。行こうぜ。
カルマくん、僕らのこと。
Yeah, he did, and he did it in a really cool way. But now you're all kind of ruining it by standing around thinking stuff after he's already said, in a very cool way, come on, let's go. Now it'll just be awkward when they eventually do go around these douchebags and catch up to him. It also finally allows them to come up with a final one-liner put-down. Numpties.
なんなのよ今日の私、大人気じゃない。
Probably because your boobs got a little bigger again.
片っ端から片付けてやるわ。せいぜい発情しないことね、クソガキども。
No fucking deal.
それだけのことだ。
烏丸先生。
What? This may well end the same way that High School DxD did, where I end up giving out extra sins for the old saying someone's name instead of talking normally cliches. Now please, save your arguments that it doesn't happen in the dub and why not do the dub and so on, because my patrons prefer the subbed version. If you'd like that change, go ahead and support the channel. The link's down below. The best news is that you can get a vote on all new series across the board by pledging just $3 a month. So it's not much for your favourite YouTuber, right? Anyway, yeah, let's get back on with the signage. And remember, I still love you.
来たくなければ来なくていいよ。その時は、彼女の方を君たちに届けます。
I get that he's a super cool and professional assassin. I just have a problem with anyone being able to draw with that much detail whilst facing in the other direction. I know there are blind people who can paint really well, but this is different since he's literally facing away from it. All in all, unless I see someone do it with this much detail, it's getting a big fat old sin.
恐れるなかれ。死神が人を刈り取るのみだ。
So to be clear, he threw up some petals from the flowers laid in front of him and managed to use this to escape from the room. In reality, he threw some petals and ran out of the room and no one fucking saw him. How lame would it be if someone did just watch him run out of the room like a proper numpty? I don't know. If he's human, I don't buy this and it's worth a sin. If not, I can always remove it later on.
だだっ広いな。全員来たね。それじゃ、閉めるよ。
Professional assassins in training aren't told to secure an escape route at all times and fail to watch a nearby door.
サポートお願い。
やる気しねえ。死神さんに逆らうとかありえないし、働くくらいなら電源落とす。ハッキングされてる!
So did he program all of this stuff which wasn't there beforehand? Designed all of the code to make her a waster who lays about eating junk food in a room which looks like that? Okay, I'll admit this sin is picky. I can see that, you might just think that. But look guys, there's a fucking bra he's programmed in. You'll have to let me have this one, nitpicky one, just this time. I might even consider not doing it again if you follow me on Twitter and help me get to 2,500 followers. Go on, you know you want to see pictures of my golden lab and my two gerbils Rem and Ram. See you over there at The Honest Gamer. And there's even a clickable link below to make that easy for you. Love ya!
姿が見えない。これが殺し屋のスキル。
Okay, so he's not human, so I'll remove the sin from the classroom like a bouse.
当分は神経が麻痺して動けなくなる。
これが最高のレベル。
Well, no, this is inhuman, so you can't really count it if there's no physical way for a human to win. I mean, he's a bloody ghost who can punch you, so what do you expect?